I think this is the best that Dreamland's looked in such a long time, since I remember anyway. This is their personalised drop tower, and it is quite a drop from here as well. If you don't like heights, this isn't one for you. It's kind of a little bit like a cross between an observation tower, except with your legs hanging out the edge, and an extreme drop. Just have a look from another angle here. As you can see, it's quite a tall tower, this one is. It's personalised because it's got a D on the top and the word Dreamland down the side of it. And like a lot of them, they all illuminate at night time as well. Famous jets. I believe the actual trains were rebuilt as well to the original standards, and I think they got the ideas from the Great Yarmouth trains. The Rainbow Wheel. One of the traditional rides that was once here in Dreamland, the Caterpillar, in all its glory. It's where you get a canopy that will come over you at some point. There's a nice little view here that they've added. One time this was where the Magic Gardens was, or the Garden of Lights, which all came alive, as you can imagine, at night time. I think they've done a pretty good job here though. That's the pendulum over the back. Have a little bit of a closer look at that in a moment. There we go, closer look at the pendulum. It's not my sort of thing at all, but people love them. As you can see, it's chock-a-block full of people, so it's obviously popular. And the good old traditional helter-skelter. I've had many of these over the past. There's several of these all over the place. These are a standard coaster. They're very popular. Derived from a sort of a spinning wild mouse. Right, this one's called the pinball, complete with sound effects and everything. Anybody been to the Animal Kingdom in Disney World, Walt Disney World? There was one there called the Primeval Whirl, and it was identical, just clever with the theming and the decoration. That's the difference, and it does make a difference as well, and the hot weather. This is kind of reminiscent of the old Starship Enterprise, isn't it? Except you're in those sort of like little cagey seat things, seated one person at a time. Well, it's the same here as well, isn't it? The difference is that it's like a kind of cross between the paratroopers, isn't it, really, with your legs hanging out. And so far, there's a similarity there, except it probably goes faster, and it spins you at an extreme angle as well. This is the base of the rainbow wheel, as they call it. It's one of the large Ferris wheels. Certainly not the largest by a long shot. When it was first up, it wasn't white at all. It was just this sort of a dull grey metal look. So that's it's made a lot of difference, and they've added lights onto it as well, which has made an even bigger difference. Also, when it was first built, they didn't have the canopy tops on either. Originally, they were added soon afterwards. Used to have a much larger one at the top end. I don't know if it was a 150 or 180 feet Ferris wheel. That was known as the largest Ferris wheel in the country. Had all red seats. However, they had an identical, and I've come across this before, had an identical one in Morecambe at the same time with blue seats on. Identical size, everything. So as long as they're both joint equal, they can call them the largest in the country. They just don't mention that they're joint largest in the country. And the famous jets. I used to love this one when I was younger, basically because you had some sort of control over the ride. Yeah, a giant robot there. Overview of the stage area. That's quite something. I think that's quite impressive, that. This was actually, as probably a lot of people can see right away, it used to be a big apple ride. They used to have the apple where that beehive is. For some reason that no longer exists. And it used to be a caterpillar that would go through the apple with two front teeth there. The teeth have been removed. They've turned it into an elongated bee, which actually looks quite cool. Here's one of the many drops of the Scenic Railway. It's a warm day today. It's busy today. Seems to have a good feel to it all. Lots happening. Good atmosphere. The Super Twist. I've seen many of these over the years. There's about 3 or 4 names from Cyclone. It says on this Cyclone, Cyclone Twist, Super Twist, the Twister. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little tour around Dreamland. I'll try and keep you up to date as and when things alter within the park. Take care everybody, see you all again very soon on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe so you'll be up to date with all my latest. Cheers, bye.